In 2017, construction of the new Parliament chambers commenced with an initial completion deadline set for 2020. However, that deadline was missed and a revised target for 2021 also passed unmet. As of now, construction is still ongoing. While presenting a minority report on the floor of Parliament from the Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee, Jonathan Odu, the Member of Parliament for Erute South County, revealed that even committee members who are mandated to oversee the work of the Parliamentary Commission have been denied access to the construction site.
New Parliament Chamber building, the JLO's house are all behind schedule. With some, like the Parliament Chambers, it was not even possible for the committee to verify the progress as reported. All previous attempts by the committee to visit the new chamber buildings were denied. The question is, what is that which is being hidden? Yet an additional 20 billion is planned.
The issue of visiting the chambers. For the last 4 years, I was on that committee. We tried as much as possible. We wrote letters. We did everything for us to access the chambers, the new chambers.
We go to visit the parliamentary chambers, okay? Because the committee raised it in a meeting with the Parliamentary Commission, and I told them it's available, they can visit anytime.
Odu noted that in the 2025-2026 financial year, 20 billion shillings has been allocated towards the construction of the new chambers. However, he expressed concern that the project appears to have stalled.
Stalled and delayed buildings should be inspected and audited by the relevant authorities to establish the facts.
The Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee supervises key institutions, including the Electoral Commission, the Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, and the Parliamentary Commission, among others. Odu also questioned other parliamentary budget allocations. In his minority report, he raised concerns about the 25 billion shillings allocated to 28 parliamentary committees compared to 38 billion shillings allocated to the top leadership of the House.
3 billion shillings for research. The following offices: Office of the Speaker, Office of the Deputy Speaker, Leader of Government Business, Leader of the Opposition, a total of 37 billion shillings. Way more than 28 provided for committees to do work. This budget should be reviewed. Screening of CVs, 12 million shillings. Parliament is not going to recruit, so we don't need money for somebody to screen CVs. There is money allocated for engagement with CSOs. It is not the responsibility of Parliament to engage with CSOs and even fund them. Training of local government and exposure visits. And lastly, additional funding of 52.86 for activities such as modification of toilets at the south gate of Parliament.
He stated that such allocations stifle the functioning of Parliament.
The oversight function of Parliament through committees have been under-budgeted for at 25 billion shillings for a total of 28 committees. In essence, committees of Parliament, which are constitutional, have been allocated significantly lower budgets in comparison to certain individualized positions.
As the Shadow Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Odu highlighted that 5.4 billion shillings has been earmarked for commissioners of Parliament for unspecified other duties.
Each of the commissioners of Parliament, for example, have been allocated personal to holder expenditures of 1.372 billion shillings, in total 5.488.
The online news that commissioners had allocated themselves 500 million shillings. So if we don't discuss our own budget, at what point? We don't want a scenario, Right Honourable Speaker, where we shall be told again that you passed this.
And somebody picks a microphone, whether he has read whatever rumor mongering on social media, and makes it an issue of this House, and they speak in loud tone to appear as though they are authentic, they're unfortunate.
He also pointed out that 12 million shillings has been allocated for cleaning the curriculum vitae of parliamentary employees, along with additional funds designated for public relations.
10.9 billion for public relations and cleaning the image of Parliament. Let's just do the right thing, our image will be done. We don't need to pay somebody to clean. I don't know how they are going to clean that.
155 Clause 2 of the Constitution says that budgets of statutory institutions shall be prepared and presented to the President, who will lay them on the floor through the Minister.
Another controversial line item, according to Odu, is the allocation of funds for donations. He argued that such expenditures should be stopped and the money redirected to essential service delivery.
The minority therefore recommend that all budgets for donations for the financial year 2025-2026 be rejected, and government introduces a law to prohibit and criminalize donations out of public funds.
We are aware that Parliament is our house. So you cannot be very wise and sit here and begin looking at how Parliament operates within, because if you talk about the donations, where did these donations go?
All of us are witnesses to this. Donations are done by everybody.
We also donate. Where do we get the money from? But what we can propose as this Parliament is maybe also members of Parliament should be allocated money for donations.
The total estimated budget for Parliamentary Commission in the upcoming financial year stands at 917.4 billion shillings. However, Odu expressed fears that this figure could increase further. The total estimated budget for Parliamentary Commission in the upcoming financial year stands at 917.4 billion shillings. However, Odu expressed fears that this figure could increase further.